You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, this is getting interesting. Diego Pavia, further fallout from his insane, tasteless rant the other day on Fernando Mendoza. I agree with Rece Davis on this. I tell you what, the fact that it was Fernando Mendoza that won the award and the authentic nature of what comes across as just an extremely humble and likable guy, I think made this insane rant from Diego Pavia even worse. No doubt about it. All right? I mean, if it was like Johnny Manziel and Diego Pavia and Diego went off on Johnny, let's be honest. Not nearly the amount of people would be upset, but because it's Fernando Mendoza who showed all kinds of class in all kinds of situations, not to mention he got the shit absolutely knocked out of him against Ohio State, and then he got up and kept playing and beat the number one overall team in the country. I think a lot of people are rooting for this kid. We've talked about Pavia's draft stock plummeting, and he didn't have much draft stock to begin with because he's short. All right? I mean, that's just a fact. Everybody just got through watching Dylan Gabriel and how that went. Not well. Tua got benched short, and he's actually like a good 6 foot. He's a good 6 foot. People are estimating that Pavia is possibly as short as 5'9". Yikes. Yikes. So, a lot of reaction coming in, and Rece Davis, who's got a vote for the Heisman, voted for Pavia. He has come out and he has went scorched earth. I mean, nuclear on Pavia's actions. And of course, Pavia came out and apologized, but let's be honest. It feels like a very benign, oh shit. I'm sure somebody got in his ear and said, you're screwing yourself on an NFL level right now. So he issued an apology. Rece Davis, I mean, going off.
This one was different. I regretted the vote because after Pavia's behavior in the aftermath, I was like, man, I'm glad he didn't win. I'm glad he didn't win. That's not the way you should feel about a player that's as great as Pavia is on the field. I am delighted that Mendoza won because he will represent the Heisman in the way that I think it should be represented. And I don't know if Pavia has learned anything from the response and the backlash from his reaction to losing. I get it. It's disappointing, man. It's close to the Heisman. Always wanted to win it. I get it. Got to suck it up sometimes, man. Every now and then in life, you got to wear a fastball in the ribs. Too bad. And he couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And it made me regret the fact that I had him atop my Heisman ballot. The right guy won, and I'm glad he won. And I don't mean this in a mean-spirited way. I wish Diego well. I do. But I was so put off by the response, not because of the thing to the voters, but because of the way it came across toward the guy who actually won it. Got to show a little class, man. You got to lose with humility. Winning's easy. It's always easy to win. We dance around, we celebrate, we jump up and down, we smile a lot, right? Losing. That's when you find out what kind of person you are. How do you react when you lose? He should be better. I hope.
He should be better. He had a major problem with how he went after Fernando Mendoza. That wasn't all, by the way. This was more of his comments. I voted for Diego Pavia because I know what the history of Vanderbilt is. I thought he was the most dynamic player. I am predisposed in Heisman voting to vote for guys who create wow moments. I voted for Reggie Bush twice. Matt Leinart, great player, deserving winner. I voted for Reggie Bush both times. I'm inclined to vote for guys who have the Desmond Howard moment, the Johnny Manziel moments. I guess to draw a parallel to Diego, but it wasn't his response to the voters that bugged me. It was a way the response then went towards Fernando Mendoza. And only in a way that Fernando caught a stray. There's nobody I've run across in the last several years in college football who carries himself with more class, more dignity, and more character than Fernando Mendoza. He looks you in the eye when he talks to you. He references personal conversations with you. He acts like a man with character and class. Diego Pavia didn't. He apologized for it. I accept it. Wow. So, I mean, he went complete scorched earth on him. And he's right. Diego he's been nothing but gracious. Look, the NFL guys love him because of how he carries himself. This is how they want an NFL quarterback to act. You know? Clark Lea coming out talking about Diego Pavia. Of course, he's got his guys back. I mean, let's be honest. We didn't think he wasn't, right? Because in recruiting, and this could go either way. Some parents might be like, I don't like how that quarterback reacted. All right? But other recruits could be like, oh, the coach has got his guys back, even in times of bad, judgment. But he's got his back. They still got a game left. Quote, I think we need to allow this to be a growth moment for him, Lea said on Thursday. He used words that sent the wrong message, that don't align with our program and don't align with who he is, and we make mistakes. And I'm certainly glad I didn't have social media access when I was 23, because I'm sure I would have had to give up an apology for a number of things in my emotional state too. I think we give him a lot of grace. Okay, let me stop right there. Dude's a grown-ass man. 23, you're a man, dude. Yeah, I mean, you gotta be grown up at that age, you know? The quarterback posted an apology following the ceremony saying, quote, to be so close to my dream and come up short was painful. I didn't handle those emotions well and did not represent myself the way I wanted to. I'm not reading all that again. I've done several videos on it at this point. Clark Lea would go on to say, quote, I regretted the fact that he put that out there. I appreciated his apology. What he understands completely is there are ripple effects and consequences to those things. But what we love about Diego is his passion, his belief, his competitive edge. We celebrated that for 2 years here, and it went past the line coming out of that Heisman ceremony. He apologized for it, so we're going to allow him to move on from it. So he's got his guy back, but he did make it clear he didn't like it. You know? He didn't like it. It's a fascinating story now, you know? And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people didn't like this cat prior to all of this going down. Right? They didn't like his actions, the way he was acting on the field, some of the celebrations. And that's fine. I mean, that's more like, just flamboyant player kind of stuff. Do you love it from your quarterback? No. We all know quarterbacks get treated. They're held to a different standard. Your running back, your wide receiver is celebrating, acting a fool on the field. You kind of expect it. Your quarterback? Nah, you don't want that. NFL teams don't want it. They don't. And the fanfare that could come with this guy coming to your NFL team. Fascinating now. It's a fascinating situation going forward, I think. Tell me what you think. Make sure you hit subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.